Hello, dear friends of Brain Boost International Academy. This is Teacher Uncle John, a Cambridge Science and Math teacher. We are going to do correction of this checkpoint that was done this year, 2025, in April, May. This is a science checkpoint, primary checkpoint that was done this year, 2025, April, May. So these are instructions. It was expected to be done in 35. Quickly take your question paper and move down to question number 1. It says, a virus passes from one host to another and causes disease. A. Name something else that passes from one host to another and causes disease. You can say bacteria. You can say bacteria. You can say bacteria. You can say parasites. You can again say fungi. All these ones are possible answers. You choose one. B. Some viruses enter the body through the respiratory system. Describe how the respiratory system helps prevent viruses entering the body. They produce mucus. They produce mucus. Number 2. Chen draws a particle model to show evaporation and boiling. These are the two beakers down here, A and B. So there is evaporation and boiling. As you can see, evaporation only happens at the surface of a liquid. Describe how the particle model shows evaporation only happens at the surface of a liquid. The arrows start from the surface. The arrows start from the surface. Or particles are escaping from the surface, or particles are escaping from the surface. Or particles are escaping from the surface. B. Evaporation only happens at the surface of a liquid. Boiling happens through a liquid. Describe how the particle model shows one other difference between evaporation and boiling. Boiling has bubbles. Boiling has bubbles, or evaporation does not have bubbles. Or you can say evaporation has no bubbles. has no bubbles. We can say it doesn't have bubbles. Question 3. Oliver uses a snooker table to model some properties of light. This is a snooker table. You can say it have cushion. We have Q. We have Oliver. There is a ball. That's the ball. A. Oliver hits the ball with a Q. The ball moves in a straight line towards the cushion. Complete the diagram below to show what happens after the ball hits the cushion. Here when the ball hits the cushion, immediately it will reflect to this side. It will reflect to this side. Yeah. We can continue. The model shows that light travels in straight lines. Which other property of light does the model show? Does the model show when the ball hits the cushion? That is reflection. Number 4. Astronomers discover asteroid X orbiting the Sun. Asteroid X orbits the Sun every 1,800 days. You can see this is the diagram. Here is the diagram. Yeah. Here is the diagram, you can see. Use the graph to suggest the distance of asteroid X from the Sun. Distance of asteroid X from the Sun is equal to 425. This is 425 million kilometers. Continue. Yeah. The answer is 425 million kilometers. 425. Number 5. Number 5. Physical changes take place during puberty. Write down 2 physical changes that take place in females. Hips widen. You can say hips widens, widen. You can say development of breasts. It is development of breasts. You can as well say start of menstruation. There is a start of menstruation. You can say body hair. Remember, they only said two. You just choose the two. Height increases quickly. Height increases quickly. Or growth, you can say, or growth spurt. Growth spurt. Growth spurt. Hips widen, start of menstruation, body hair, height increases quickly, or growth spurt. There is development of breasts. You just choose two of these. You just choose two. Number 6. Let's go to number 6. The table shows some properties of 4 gases. Gas, colorless, easy to compress, found in clean air, has an odor: carbon dioxide, chlorine, nitrogen, and oxygen. Then A. Which property is true for all 4 gases? Circle the correct answer. Easy to compress. And say easy to compress. Easy to compress. We continue with B. There are other properties of all gases that are not shown in the table. Write down one of these other properties. You can say mass. You can say does not have a fixed volume. You can say takes the shape of the container. Or you can say does not have a fixed shape. Number 7. The diagram shows water moving through pipes. The diagram contains a pump, a tap, pipes, and a narrow pipe. The pump pushes water through the pipes. Direction of water movement: pump, pipe, tap, narrow pipe. You can see the diagram. The diagram is a model of an electric circuit. Complete the table to show which electrical component the pipes, narrow pipe, pump, and tap are modeling. 2 have been done for you. You see this is the table with 2 columns. Diagram where we have pipes, narrow pipe, pump, and tap. The other side you have electrical component, have wires, a lamp. So they wanted to fill in this place here. I have the cell, we have the switch, there are more others, but let's keep on. Number 8, look at the diagram of the rock cycle. This is the diagram of the rock cycle. On top here, we have the igneous rock. Igneous rock. Then we have down here, this side, we have metamorphic metamorphic rock. This side we have sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock. Let's complete the diagram by writing in the names of the 3 types of rock. We have completed it. Number 9. Look at the food web. Here is the food web. Orca, fish, penguin, seal, squid, reel. Have the reel. Then there is tiny plants. A. Name all the animals in this food web where they only eat the reel. Okay. We have they only eat the reel. There is fish and squid. We have fish and squid. Name one animal in this food web that is a predator and a prey. B. We have penguin. We have fish. We have squid. C. Write down the energy source for this food web. The energy source for this food web is the sun. The sun. D. The tiny plants absorb a toxic substance in the water. Suggest why this may be harmful to the penguins. The penguin it's real. And say the penguins eat the real. Or animals that have eaten, or animals that have eaten the tiny plants, which contain the toxic substance, which contain the toxic substance. Priya dissolves sugar in water at different temperatures. She measures the mass of sugar that dissolves at each temperature. The graph shows the mass of sugar that dissolves at each temperature. You can see here is the graph. You can see it. Mass of sugar that dissolves in gram. You can see temperature of water in Celsius degrees. Priya A. And then Priya writes a sentence to describe the pattern in her results. Complete her sentence. As the temperature of water increases, the mass of sugar dissolved increases. The mass of sugar dissolved increases. Then when sugar dissolves in water, it forms a sugar solution. Describe what happens to the particles in the sugar solution as the temperature increases. The particles have more energy. Say the particles have more energy or move faster C. Take two true statements about dissolving sugar in water. We have a gas is produced, it's a physical change, it's reversible, sugar evaporates. Then sugar melts in the water. The two true statements is the second and the third. The second and the third. Yes. Number 11. Yusuf makes this electrical circuit. You can see there is the lamp A, lamp B, and lamp C. Questions. A. Which two lamps light up? This is lamp A. The lamp A and the lamp C. B. Complete the sentences about this circuit. It is a series circuit when the switch is open because one loop or one path, because of one loop, or one path. B. It is a parallel circuit when the switch is closed because more than one loop or more than one path or more than one path, or you can say it has more branches. These are possible answers. 12. This question is about animal fossils. Tick the correct box to show if the sentence is true or false. Sentences are here. Fossils are found in all rock types. Layers of sand cover a dead animal when a fossil forms. The soft parts of an animal form a fossil. The fossil is seen when the rocks around the fossil erode. So, number 1 is here false. Number 2 is true. The next you tick here for the soft parts of an animal form a fossil, false. The last one is true. Number 13. Jamila investigates how exercise affects the number of breaths she takes in. Jamila sits still for 5 minutes, measures the number of breaths she takes in for 1 minute, runs very fast for 2 minutes, measures the number of breaths she takes in for 1 minute. What is the dependent variable in this? The number of breaths. It's the number of breaths that complete the prediction for this investigation. Our breathing rate increases then during exercise so that more oxygen moves from the lungs into the blood. The blood or carbon dioxide and air. Number 14. The diagram shows a ray of light traveling in the air. The ray of light is traveling towards a glass block. There is a protractor against the surface of the block. Against the surface of the block. You can see it. This is a protractor. You can see it. Then the glass block, you can see it. Write down the value of angle A. It is 23. The value of angle A is 23. Draw a ray of light as it passes through the block. Yeah, here, this one here, to draw it, you need, of course, a ruler to make it. You need a ruler. You need a ruler to make sure. I want to show you the way you can draw it. The way you can draw it. Here you need to use a ruler. This ray of light will be here, will pass this way. This way. This is the only way you can draw it. Let's go back. B is done. You've seen it. Maya investigates one property of different substances. She uses this equipment. The substances here, you can see it. Maya puts each substance in the position shown in the diagram. She observes what happens to the equipment. Write down the name of the property she investigates. The name of the property she investigates, electrical conductivity. It is electrical conductivity. Electrical conductivity. B. Describe how this equipment shows a substance that a substance has this property. B. You can say the lamp lights. The lamp lights. C. The substance has not been changed chemically. There is no chemical reaction. Maya is correct. Describe why Maya is correct. No bubbles produced, number 1. No bubbles produced. No color change. No color change. No new substance formed. No new substance formed. Then number 16. These questions about mass and weight. Tick the correct sentence. Mass is a force. Weight is the amount of matter in a solid, liquid, or gas. Mass is measured in kilograms. Weight is measured in grams. So mass is measured in kilograms. Mass is measured in kilograms. Then 17. Sapphire lives in the north hemisphere and observes the phases of the moon. She draws diagrams to show the phases of the moon. This is new moon, waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waxing gibbous, third quarter, waning crescent. Waning crescent. So the diagram of a waxing gibbous moon is not shown. Complete the diagram by drawing a waxing gibbous moon. The way you have to draw it, you of course need to draw it in this way. The waxing gibbous moon. The waxing gibbous moon, and then what you have to do, you can come and shade this side here. Yeah, what you have to do, then you can come shade this side here. You can see it. This is the answer to that question. So We go back. The diagram for a waxing gibbous moon is not correct. Complete the diagram by drawing a waxing gibbous, a waxing gibbous moon. So the answer is completely this one. So we can go to number 18. Ahmed observes 5 rocks. He designs a key to identify each type of a rock using these observations. You can say observations. Suggest 2 questions he uses in his key to identify the types of rock. Question 1. Question 1. You can say does the rock have layers? Does the rock have layers? You can say question 2. You can say, does the rock have crystals? Does the rock have crystals? There are a lot of questions you can have. You can say, does the rock have grains? Does the rock contain fossils or shells? Does the rock scratch easily? Is the rock rough? Is the rock smooth? Is the rock shiny? Is the rock dull? Is the rock hard? Is the rock soft? All those are possible questions you can ask. Dear friends of Brain Boost International Academy, this is Uncle John that is thanking you to have watched this. You can please subscribe, you can like, you can share with your friends so that the important information from here, the information is just corrections of different exams, those progression tests, checkpoints of different years, April and October, sample questions, sample papers, test papers, national examinations. Share with your friends, please. Always check with the new updates on this channel. This is going to be helpful, I'm telling you. If you subscribe here, you won't regret. Thank you. Ciao.